Hey everybody, Don Latimore here from the Latimore Group and the Elite Real Estate League, and I wanted to come to you today to talk to you about, or basically actually remind you about making sure that you're following those 10 core commitments. All right, one of those commitments is making sure that you're building your business both online and offline. So I talk a lot about how there's different coaches out there that are sometimes one-dimensional and they're really kind of focused on one thing, but in the background they're doing so many different things, right? But that one area they're really great at, so that's the area that they're promoting a lot, which I think is awesome. It's great. But again, they're doing oftentimes a lot of things in the background that you may not necessarily see. So again, I want to go back to building your business both online and offline. You have to be able to have a strategy to be able to do both of those concurrently. Why is that? If one of your strategies no longer works because let's say there's a change in the market, or maybe that company goes out of business, the one that you have been relying on, or they change their algorithms or something, guess what? Your business just went and it just went down. So you want to always be able to focus on building your business both online and offline to give you a big well-rounded type of business. So you might be thinking, so Don, give me some ideas on some of the ways in which I can do that. All right, so first let's talk through some offline methods that you can use to build your business. Now I want to kind of give this caveat first. What I believe in is really great is you take some of the offline methods, but you use those to focus on driving people to your online, whether they're landing pages or somewhere online. This way you can be able to cultivate that relationship. All right, so it's not just that one-dimensional type of thing. All right, so let's talk about some offline methods. One, I'm real big on talking to people wherever I go. I'm real big on networking. I'm real big on going to different businesses around town and talking to some of the managers, the business owners. I'm real big on doing things like that in order to keep our name going from an offline perspective. I actually got really good at doing mega open houses. When I say I guess I should say we, because of course it was me and my wife. So yes, Toya, I want to make sure that I'm not missing you out on this, because we were both together on doing that. But we did a lot of open houses, and we built a huge database on doing mega open houses like every weekend when we were just getting started, literally having 20-30 people come through open houses, getting their contact information. We sold a lot of houses that way, but that was really an offline method, right? We were door knocking before those open houses, meeting people out inside of the neighborhood. We were doing those things just to get people to some of the open houses. So people can't say that open houses don't work, because they absolutely do, because we're still selling houses at open houses. So again, nobody can say that doesn't work. All right, but we were doing those things that as we were capturing people's contact information, as we were building relationships with them, we were driving that traffic online. Okay, we also do a lot of postcard marketing. All right, that's an offline method, but when we are sending out postcards, what are we doing? We're sending them to our online landing pages or traffic in order to be able to capture their information, or be able to really build that relationship. And you see it all the time. You see agents sending out postcards, and on those postcards they say, hey, get your home value. People do that all the time. But again, it's whether or not you know that. So again, those are just a few of the methods that you can use offline in order to be able to drive traffic online. Okay, now let's talk about some online methods that you can use and that you should be using in order to be able to build your business, right? When we say social media, that is huge. That is, I can't say enough about what you can do through social media. But again, don't be so one-dimensional to where you're only focusing on Facebook. Facebook, great. Yes, you got to be there. If you want to build a big business, you got to be, doing, social media ads on Facebook. Yes, can you be inside of some groups on social media? Absolutely. Will you sell some homes doing that? Absolutely. But how much do you want to scale your business to be able to, sell a whole lot of homes? Okay, well, paid advertising is going to help you to be able to do that. Whether you like me or not, that's what it is. All right, so you have, Facebook, you have Instagram, right? You have different places in which you can build your business, build your branding in order to be able to do what? Build your database, sell more homes. Okay, and then there's also other methods in which you can do online as well. But again, I just want to talk about some of the top methods that we personally use on our team in order to be able to drive, build a database and get more clients. Okay? So those are some of the things that you want to be able to do. So when you hear me say you want to build your business both online and offline, you've got an idea of what I'm talking about. If you're trying to just build a business and you're just trying to do it online, again, Facebook is always changing their algorithms, always, and you have to be able to keep up with that time. And if you're not keeping up, guess what? Your business just went. You're going to see that ebbs and flows, which we all have regardless in our business, but you're going to see it even tougher. If you're just relying on Zillow leads or Realtor.com leads or some lead generation source, if you're just focusing on that, you're going to see that ebbs and flows, right? Because it happens all the time. So you cannot just be so focused or reliant on one method. You got to have multiple ways in which you are gaining leads, to where then you put them inside of your CRM and you can cultivate that lead to where they're eventually, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months down the line, maybe even a year down the line, they're going to come back to you because you've earned that right through building a relationship with them the right way. Get it out of your mind that people are just going to automatically, turn and they're going to want to do business with you immediately. You're going to get some of those folks who want to do that. But for the majority, you have to be ready to build a relationship with that person once you get them inside of your database. So that's why I said focus on those various ways, have your strategy to build that business online and offline, and you'll see what happens with your business. All right, so that's all the messaging that I wanted to say. If you want to be able to see, those 10 core commitments, right? I have them inside of the document section in this group. So go ahead, download it, check it out. All right, if you have some questions, let me know. All right, but in the meantime, take care, take charge. We'll see you at the top.